There's the central match. It's Liu Xiangbo versus Jakub Horak. Both of them have 4 points in 4 games so far. We can see that the Chinese player has already put a scheme on the board. It's looking like this. And of course there are some other interesting games up ahead. For example, this one interests me specifically. Jakub Foytik put the opening against Maciej Holub here. Another scheme. We can try to put this one up as well. Looking like this. So several schemes in this UFA championship so far from the players, some of them being used quite frequently from multiple players. Here, not a scheme finally, an opening from Zhang Zipeng, who has 3 points out of 4 games, and I believe probably Maxim Matravali has also 3 points, but I gotta check. Yeah, he has 3 points. A lot of players have 3 points apparently. Well, this could be an interesting gameplay depending on how they are gonna play. Maxim already chose black color, so we shall see. Jakub Horak will most definitely try to use a swap to here. And since Maciej Holub has not chosen color yet, I'm taking it he is not familiar with this one. So he is also likely to choose the option to put a swap to. In the previous round, which was not streamed because it's goddamn early, Liu Xiangbo defeated Zhang Jipang in the Chinese Derby in an interesting game. They played from a scheme. Actually, they played the theory, well, one of the branches. It was not the best branch. Eventually, Liu managed to outplay Zhang and won the game. Jakub Horak had a comfortable win against Rauno Lena after the latter's swap 2, and I haven't checked any other games to be fair. So let's see here, Zhang Zipang also already played his move. Now it's Maxim's turn. I would probably favor white a bit in this opening. Could be very well balanced. I'm not sure how familiar he is with some theories, some analyzed branches from this one. Since he played it, he should be, but we're gonna see. And here, Maciej already decided on one of his tones, but he is still looking for where to put the black one. It's a very interesting round. This is the 5th round. Altogether, there are 9 rounds for the young players in the UFA Championship. And this is the 5th round, and we have very exciting pairings, namely the one between the so far undefeated players. The fate of the tournament could very well be decided there in the game between Liu Xiangbo and Jakub Horak. Just like medal could be very well decided, at least who remains, who keeps on being able to actually have a medal. it's very likely to be decided in this game between these two Czech players, Maciej Holub and Jakub Wojtek. Both of them are familiar with tournaments of Gomoku, as they have been participating in several really live tournaments over the years. Maciej Holub was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the vice champion of Czechia already, and this year, just over the weekend, last weekend in Pardubice in Czech Republic, Jakub Wojtek earned the bronze medal in the Czech Open, which is a great accomplishment from him. And let's see if he can continue with that shape here. We have the black stone as well on the board from Maciej Holub. It looks it looks very black at first because the black ones are close, but I wouldn't be super sure about that because there might exist a move like this that could annihilate black's chances. Regardless, this needs to be carefully analyzed and calculated. It's typically not always just that easy that you instantly click and choose black. They have 30 minutes time control plus 5 seconds Fisher. Therefore, they do not need to rush at all. The opening itself was a white sure win as far as my memory serves. Um, and yeah, apparently, the more I look at this, the more I'm thinking that a white move is likely to be good here. For example, I'm fancying this G10. I don't think any of these moves would work. There's no real continuation here. This is also not really working. I don't think you even need to do anything special here. This could be more than enough. Although this is tricky, so but yeah, you would only be able to proceed down below, so not sure. Maybe this one and then the game would look like this. You have to play here to avoid that, but yeah, so maybe not this exact move, but for example this. Anyhow, I like this move. I think there should be a winning continuation of the board. I don't see how black could get out. It's looking very dangerous from white's perspective. And Voigtman chose black apparently. And this defensive move arrived from Piggy and a quick answer from Voigtman. Let's see where it's taken him. Let's see where it's taken him. It looks at the moment rather balanced, but easier to be played with white. So maybe white tempo after this move. Pretty sure this move is next. So Piggy is still thinking, but undoubtedly that move is gonna come. And oh, what's going on here? What's going on there? Looks like Kubahorak tried to scheme him. He tried to scheme him. Is it working? Oh my, let me. They're very fast. Is with a familiar with this one or what? Okay, it's looking like it's this one, yeah? Where the black one? Black one's here. Okay. This has been played. With a might be familiar with the scheme. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely looks like the one Kacper Wojtyla plays sometimes, and it looks like a black Shorevin to me. Oh yeah, a black shore in position. Okay, Kubohorak decided this one instead of the tree. With is being very fast. It's almost incredible that he doesn't even require a little bit of thinking time. So it does look like Liu Xiangbo is going to win this game against Jakub Horak. Insane. That's insane. All perfect moves within a second. All perfect moves. It's game over for Jakub Horak apparently. Yeah, no, nowhere to go. It's just win here, win wherever. So the scheme swap to backfires on Jakub Horak. Liu Xiangbo spent less than 2 minutes overall in the game. He solved the scheme swap to within what half a minute at best. No, because he spent a lot of time on putting the opening, so he spent like a couple of seconds on solving the opening. That's just insane. As if like he was a robot or something. I really hope he's not cheating. He has a history of cheating online, so it's just fishy. Never seen anyone solve a scheme that fast. Well, this game is definitely done with, so maybe I will instead put the one they have here on the board. Okay, this is the actual position between Zhang Jipang and Maxim Valley. Back's looking much better. I don't really understand this move after this one, but let's see. Undoubtedly, this move is incoming now, and after that, White has definitely some troubles. Black has tempo and a lot of space there. All right. So the game continues between Mate Holub and Jakub Wojtek. Expected white move and a quick black response. Let's see where it's taken him. Definitely an interesting position. Still a bit perplexed over this previous game between Jakub Horak and Liu Xiangbo. Okay, so this one apparently is advantageous for white. After this move, white should play here. And it's gonna be advantageous for Mate Holub. Black doesn't really have a good comeback to this. Even if this aggressive move is getting played, this would be the continuation. And after this move, I believe it's over. So this aggression cannot be continued. So maybe a more passive approach would appear. This is also bad because this would come, and then you have to be passive again, and it's just not good for the continuation. Anyhow, this is even more passive, so maybe this is the best shot he has. at the continuation. Probably this one is the best still, but yeah, well, maybe not an absolutely clear win for White just yet, but this move arrived from Mate Holub eventually, and Jakub Wojtek is in troubles here. Let's take a look at the other one. Okay, so a bit of rule of principles: you do not play a four unless you need to. Maxim Metrovelli did play this 4 and then this move, this white answer came. Black is still pretty much advantageous in this position, but you shouldn't play a 4 unless you need to. Okay, a direct approach from Maxim Metrovelli here. Let's see where it's taking him. Alright, so this move indeed came from Jakub Wojtek, who realized the situation. This is probably the best black moves in the position. This was, as explained and shown, way too advantageous for white after a quick combination, possibly winning. And now, Mate Hope's turn to do something here. He's surely gonna use his time. I believe this move, regardless, is going to arrive on the board very soon. And after this, I can imagine some continuation like this. Still advantageous for white, maybe not very easiest, so definitely requires some skill to convert it into a win. Task at hand for Maciej Holub, who is still in the race for a medal in the Silver Championship. So the direct combination on the other board between Maxim Matravalli and Zhang Zipang is still ongoing. Very direct gameplay. I wouldn't be surprised if he played a 4 now and then tried an attack here. Still not a bad move, you know. Could easily work. Easily work. Looks pretty strong. But let's see what he moves now. Several possibilities for Maxim Matravalli after this position. He has 21 minutes to solve this, so he's still thinking. I believe he just needs to play the 4, because after that white has no lines to continue with. You can see that once this is played, white has absolutely no lines, so black can play any move that is linking up at least some lines, and black has 3 ways: um, this one, and this one as well. All 3 are probably a winning possibility for Maxim Metabali right now. Let's see which one he chooses. Meantime, a different approach from Mate Holub. He went with a different line. Instead of playing here, he played here. Not looking awful though. Still kind of solid. At the same time, it perhaps offers some options for Jakub Wojtek for the continuation. But it's definitely a very hard line for black to survive. I mean, you need to go in the middle now because none of these moves would actually do anything. And after that, white should attack, I believe, because there is no proper black counterattack, and therefore white needs to be aggressive on the board, and black is gonna defend till the end, depending on how well white finds the offensive moves. It still looks like a win position for me for white, but definitely it's something you have to work for. Okay. Okay, so the only time I said Maxim actually needs a direct attack, he sides with an indirect one playing here, and the only problem that could be, but no, actually it's fine because this four helps him. This one helps him, so maybe this move simply now, and the fact why this three would not help white is because of this strat. So after now you try to block this diagonal win, there's a one move here, and if you try to block that one, there's a two moves win here. So playing that tree is out of question for Zhang Zipeng, which is why probably Maxim played this to trick his opponent. But after this, maybe it's still not super easy to finish it, although I can see a direct combination for this. So it goes like this, you just play the fours, you block down, so your opponent has to block this VC after that. Then you play another four, and finish 3 by 3. It's a quick combination. I'm not familiar with the skills of him, how many moves he can see ahead, but it does look like a quick win for black even still. Maybe not as quick as the other one was, but definitely a winning position at hand for Maxim Matravalli. Maybe something else can be tried, if not this, then this, but no, not entirely sure. A lot of lines here for black to continue with. So Zhang Zipang is in some trouble right now, and apparently a little bit different scenario went down between Maciej Holub and this being played, and now this. Still looks terrifying from the perspective of black because, gee, what are you gonna do there? Not a lot, not a lot. Mate Holub is coming up close to winning this game. Great moves from him. It looks really strong. It does not look defendable at all to me. Overall, it needs to be a white win after this combination he's played. Because black's attacks are irrelevant, so maybe black could try this move, but still overwhelming. Still very overwhelming. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy to be black here. Any other move besides this one is probably just an even quicker finish. Therefore, it looks like Maciej Holub is gonna win this Czech derby. Jan Zipang decided with this move eventually. At least it's good he could see that this one is losing. That's not bad skills at all to see that few moves combination and siding with this one, even if the position is still pretty bad. At least for a first dance, it definitely looks quite bad to me. Second thought though, I just do not yet see the winning line. Or do I? Well, it would be a cut. Not this way though. So if played like this, perfectly maintainable. Or not actually, this is not a proper combination. You have to play this is gonna be necessary. Otherwise it's gonna be a block, but this way you have to take care of this threat. And you can't play here because then it's a quick win this line. So maybe this is your best chance, but then it's a win here. So no defense after all. But it has to be a very specific combination of moves. Without this move being played, it's played like this, and there is the blocking move coming up, and now it's white win. Gomoku tends to be like that. One small mistake and it's white win now. So Maxim Metroval needs to be on spot with his attack right now. He needs to see this exact combination. Otherwise, he may encounter some difficulties in this game against Zhang Zipeng. Alright. Okay, a different move arrived from Jakub Wojtek. He plays this one. Surely blocked in the middle. Then you have to go left. Then it looks overwhelming. Very, very much. Totally overwhelming. Yeah, it looks like a white move. Matej Holu falls below 10 minutes as we speak, but 10 minutes is more than enough, in my opinion, to solve this. Please, the next move is very clear. If he decides to go up, if he gets scared, then the position would be rendered rather drawish, maybe even black advantage. Therefore, he needs to go in the middle. But for him to go into the middle, he needs to be sure of his continuation, and that is why he is waiting right now. So Maxim played this move, which is definitely helpful for him. In the combination, it's a necessary move, and the order here does not matter. So this move could be played right now, not necessarily in 3 moves or 2. Still a win there, still a win. Because you gotta block this for sure. Okay, quick exchange of moves. The expected continuation, the good one. We've got this position at hand. And now Martin needs to calculate his winning line here, I believe. So him having still some time doing it, he needs to go for it. Okay, he has 8 minutes. Win is clear. You have to block this from below for sure. Then you play this nice indirect move. You have to play it indirectly because it's better like that. Otherwise, this may be blockable. Not entirely sure. But this way, you just play this direct combination. And now, after this, there's no defense because there's this one move win. And even if you play this 4 to stop this win, you create another one. Therefore, it's not defendable. It's a nice, straightforward combination from white. Let's see if Maciej Holub can deal with this situation. He already played this move. Um, So yeah, this move arrived, and now there's the winning combination for Maciej Holub up there. 7.5 minutes for him to find the exact combination. Let's see if he can do that. Maxim Mattervalley going for an indirect line. Well played. Even without the 4, it's probably still winning. Doesn't matter because the combination looks like the same. He played these 3s, which he found well, and now he plays here. As you can see that this line is still alive, as well as this one. Therefore, there's no efficient defense for white, because even if this move would get played by white to stop black, because in what I've shown you, black needs this spot, but in this scenario, black doesn't need this spot, because now this 2 moves combination is gonna be the win. So it's still perfectly fine from the perspective of black. Maxim Matravali, the young Russian player, solved this position excellently. It was a nice win line from Maxim. Well played. So Maxim apparently has completed the task he had. He found this beautiful line to defeat his Chinese opponent Chen Zipeng. Now the task is also at hand for Maciej Holub from Czech Republic to defeat his friend and countrymate Jakub Wojtek. He also has the win on the board, and 5.5 minutes left for him to solve. I would not be surprised if he wouldn't play that indirect line, but instead try this line. It's now, if this gets played, win here. Because of that, black may try to block it here. And then after it's maybe blockable. Just thinking out loud, I don't see a good order, because if you play this first, block here, 4 is gonna be very dangerous. Secondly, if you decide to use this 3 first, block comes here, and if you continue with the attack, you can see that black is gonna have a win here. So this has to be seen by Maciej Holub right now, and he needs to play the indirect line. Okay. Win is completed. Winner is Maxim Mattervelli as expected after that well-played game. Kids should learn some manners, saying thank you after a game and hi, good luck, whatever, have fun is pretty good. This should also be taught to young sportsmen. I believe it's part of being a sports player. Regardless, a good win from the Russian kid. Here, Maciej Holub indeed played an indirect move, not the one I recommended, also not a bad one. So let's see if it's still defendable. Obviously, the only defensive move is H8 in this position. Nothing else could work here. Nothing else at all. So pretty sure Jakub Wojtek is gonna find H8, because there's nothing else working in the position. But then it's still a win. Still a win for white. little different win than what I've shown you. You're gonna overline like this. So if the block comes from above, you play these direct moves. You can see the win there. It's an open 3, you have to block it, then the win's just here. Okay, because of that you can just play this simply instead. I wanted to emphasize where the winning lines actually are. Okay, so that was the up one. This is the below one. Now the win is is playing this one. Blocked in the middle. You overline, play this move. This can still be attempted, but then after it's still gonna be a win because this line you have to block this somewhere, and then this combination remains for white, ending by 4 by 3. To stop that, to prevent that from happening, also prevent you from being overlined, you would probably need to try this, and maybe it's savable like that. It shouldn't be. Then I've messed up. Maybe simply this looks nice enough. Yeah, this should work. Anyhow, let's see. Matej Holub, who has less than 4 minutes in this current position he has. My win looks a lot more easier than this one. Regardless, he still has a win he needs to find. Let's see if he can do that. This is what he needs now. And simply this move, although this should also be work. Oh yes. Bit morning for me still. If you just play this first, then there's no defense. So simply this line. You just have to watch out for the order. For some reason, I wanted to start with this, and then it's defended, right? You have a 4 to block it. But of course, if you start with the other 3, as this one, there's no defense done because it's a 2 moves VCF. So both moves are actually winning. But since we're at it, I prefer the indirect moves like this overall. Therefore, I would choose this one. But when you're winning, it doesn't really matter how you're winning as long as you're winning, right? So I would bet big money that Matthew wouldn't care which line he wins with as long as he can find one of them, for which he still has 2 minutes. 2 minutes. He's still thinking, he's still calculating. Let's see how good his skills are. He needs to find this combination. It's not a super easy one. On second thought, probably the indirect version works as well, because if now this comes, you can do the same. Okay, the 4 being played. But he progresses to the other side. Let's see if there's a win there. Trying to see one, but don't see it yet. Okay, I don't see it yet. It's probably some really long combination. I would need to spend some time to actually think about it. Okay, this actually looks not bad. There's this strat, then there's a lot of space here, so maybe this. Uh, okay, that's actually a pretty cool win. Let me see if I can put it. So, this three first. Got a block in the middle, otherwise it's a quick win. You can't play this one because of that simple win. And now white is just gonna overline you like crazy. Play this one, then you go for this. You can still attempt this to have the block here, but blocking here means there's another 4 from white, therefore it's not a real block. And it's another nice combination. Took me a minute or so to see it. Quite long, but you can link up those lines quite nicely in the game. Actually, it's also pretty beautiful combination. Let's see if Maciej Holub has actually found the exact one. He has 48 seconds left. His opponent Jakub Foytig shortly below 40 minutes, thinking about where to block this. If he eventually decides to come up here, then simply the other win comes back into effect. This one, yeah, or also this one, not anymore. So simply this one. I wouldn't be surprised if he decided to use this one because overall, even if it's hard to see the exact combination, the amount of space and the amount of accumulated zones for white here looks very threatening. Therefore, it would make some sense to try this one. Sorry, I missed this one. This move came from Maciej Holub here. I actually don't see what this is giving to him. He may still make a mistake in time trouble. He could be. But blocking here in the middle would only result in keeping the same win. Showing at the wrong board. Uh, so blocking here in the middle keeps the same exact one. This one. However, this move must be a mistake because after this, I think black can do this. And yeah, it may not be the easiest of tasks to defend this, but at least there'd be some chance for it, right? So it's still very much possible that Maciej Holub is gonna battle this one in time trouble as he has only 31 seconds left, and the Fisher increment is only 5 seconds for the players, which is not a lot if you are not a fast thinker. And Maciej Holub is rather the player that likes to take his time, analyze carefully the moves. He's rather taking his time on each and every move, possibly. That's partially the reason why he has only 31 seconds left. His time management is not bad. I mean, definitely for youngsters, we always say, you know, use your time, take your time. Uh, you can do a lot of things, and yeah, what I wanted to say. Sorry, I was a bit disturbed. So what I wanted to say was, typically we tell youngsters that they should take their time, no need to rush, think carefully about your moves, think ahead as far as you possibly could. Um, and Mate Holub is doing that, but in my personal view, he is a little bit overdoing that because he often gets into time trouble, and that's where he makes the mistakes. Most often, his early game is quite good. Sometimes he makes a mistake, of course, we're human, but mostly his early game is quite good. When he spends a lot of time on those moves, he thinks about them, he finds them eventually. But when time trouble hits because of spending too much time, too much portion of your given time in the early phase, you know, then sometimes he makes mistakes in time trouble. I could list probably a dozen games where this happened to him in real life tournaments. Okay, so this has been played right now. Is it still working? Is it still working? Block comes from above. So now what you need to do, apparently, is to play this one, I think, to give an over. Or yeah, yeah, okay, this is much simpler, much simpler. Yeah, well, not a lot you can do. You have to block it in the middle, where else? And then the quick win gonna come here. So eventually, Matej Holub seemingly wins the game, but pretty sure after this white move on e9, black could have gone from below and then maybe find defense. Oh yeah, well played by Matej Holub in the end. Spent half an hour, put a lot of effort into this game, and eventually this time he can celebrate a game point, a very important one. He has 4 points after 5 rounds. He is almost surely playing Liu Xiangbo next, who I'm a little bit suspicious of. But no answer from any organizer just yet. I may need to privately text them. But that's not stream topic anyways. It is just always suspicious when some rookie kid who started playing Gomoku like a couple months ago plays like a robot. Especially that this kid in specific has a history of cheating online. Um, anyhow, Jakub Wojtik resigns. The winner is Maciej Holub, as the win is clearly on the board. So not sure if any other game is still ongoing. Yeah, three of them. Maxim K. Who's Maxim K? Maxim Kulin, 21-year-old, versus Mikhail Sidorov, the 18-year-old, both Russian. White on the move. Okay, bet these 3 stones was the opening. It's what a lot of Russians play, assuming they have learned it from Dmitry Epifanov, who is their teacher and coach. Apparently, there was nothing to be blocked here, and you have an overline on this line, so was also not something wise to do from Maxim Kuli. Now the best chances for black could be to play some move here in the space. This bottom left corner has quite some space still left unused. Another option could be to play this move right here. It would provide some pretty good offensive chances for black, but as we could have seen so many times before, Ranchu players are passive. You can see that there was no white threat here because of the edge effect. Regardless, Mikhail Sidorov decides to play this defensive move, rendering the position back into drawish. Now again, nothing is being blocked. They do not wish to risk. They're both playing very passively, not spending a lot of time on moves at this stage. It appears to me that both players are fine with the draw. Maybe they are just friends and they do not have this eagerness to defeat the other one. I don't know. Regardless, there's this empty space. It should be used normally, but it looks like it's not gonna be used. So maybe just check some other game. Oh goodness me! What a crazy position here. Okay, apparently it looks like there was a very direct gameplay. Oh, straight mistake from the Czech player. Although there wasn't a block, was it? So it's a 2 moves VCF right now, but probably there wasn't a block because this combination would also result in a win for black. Um, Not sure what happened. We only got here for the last couple of moves when the win was already on board. Regardless, in the game between Alois Mikes from Czech Republic and Rauno Leina from Estonia, the latter comes out victorious and collects another point in the UEFA Championship, which leaves us with only this what? Okay, only this game being left to be played, the one between the two Russian players. I do not put it up on the board. Too many stones, and it's a waste of time to analyze it because whatever move I would say that needs to be played is surely not gonna be played. Isn't there just a quick win for black there? Yeah, so this four first, then the other one, then the other one, then you go above. No, this you don't play yet. You go above, you go here here, and then finish here. Might be a little complex explained like that, but perhaps Mikhail Sidorov is gonna show us because he has already played these ones. It's a pretty direct combination. Just play this one now. Order of moves does matter here, that's why you can't play this for it. So block from the above is necessary to keep some chances alive in case he would play the 4, but doubt he will. Um, Therefore, it doesn't matter, but still, you have to give yourself a chance, or more like give your opponent a chance to make a mistake. So now just the 3 here, block above, 3 here from this one, and then the finish 4 by 3 on this line. A quick combination, let's see if Mikhail Sidorov can find it. He should be able to. But a mistake. A mistake. He was unable to find it. Now, playing in the middle results in a 3-4 white, making it defendable. He had still 2.5 minutes left. He maybe should have used that time to actually find the winning line. This way, white still can survive here by playing here in the middle. And then black needs to block this direct 3, and then white can block here the other threat, and we're back to draw. Oh yeah, a mistake. As you can see, it's blocked now, no threats left up there, so really they should transition towards this area, and maybe there's still some chance left for Mikhail Sidorov after fumbling the twin, ever since Maxim Cooley is very low on time and he plays this super passive move, leaving all of this space open. All of it. A move like this or this could be very advantageous. Yes, this one, great one. Super advantageous right now from nothing again after a mistake. Black is back on track. Maxim Cooley is pressured by the clock. He needs to play a move. And it's not easy. Mikhail Sidorov should avoid playing that directly. But this move could be nice. It would provide black with a nice VCF. Oh, he plays it. Well done. Well done. There is a VCF using this one. Then this. Oh, apparently it would be cut. Don't mind me. Anyhow, a lot of lines to connect here. Edge effect does not come into play. It's still very far. It's perfectly enough space for Mikhail Sidorov to find a win there. And Maxim Kuli has only 5 seconds left. And instant blunder, a 1-move win 4x4 here. Game's over. This was the last game of the 5th round.